I want to take a moment today and talk about how to interrupt the pattern in your life. If you're finding that you keep doing the same thing over and over and you keep getting the same result, and you find yourself frustrated day after day, year after year, because every time you get into a particular situation, you do the same thing, it's time to interrupt the pattern. If the behavior that you are engaged in keeps giving you the same negative result, it's time to interrupt the pattern. If every time you and your spouse gets into an argument, both of you are, angry and yelling, and now you're not talking for days, it's time to break the pattern. Be the first to say sorry. Be the first to say, you know what, let's take a time out. Let's start again. Let's try doing it this time without the anger. Let's truly, really just talk about what's bothering us instead of it starts off with what was bothering you and it ends up with you've never been this and you've never done that, and all the long list of disappointments and things that totally have nothing to do with what you're arguing about. If you want change, you have to begin to interrupt the pattern. Let's say, for example, the pattern that you have is before your next paycheck, you're broke, right? You're spending so much money, you're always living from paycheck to paycheck, sometimes borrowing from the next paycheck to survive this pay period, and you want to get out of debt. You have to break the pattern. The pattern of I see something, I want it, I get it now. The pattern of I'll charge it, I'll pay for it later. The pattern of feeling as if you're being denied when you don't allow yourself to get something. Instead, change the way that you think about it. I'm not denied this. I want it. I could probably get it for less. Why don't I wait? And then if I still want it 3 months from now, why don't I come back and see if I can get it cheaper or save up the cash so when I buy it, there's no guilt. There's no worry about this bill coming due because I've already paid for it. We talk about wanting change, but in the last video I talked to you about committing to change. In this video I'm talking to you about interrupting the pattern of doing and saying things that keep you in the same place year after year. If you want to change, if you want to have a different result, it's time to interrupt. If you've been the kind of person that says, I feel it and then I do it, the interruption is I feel it, I wait, I think about it, I get more information, I talk to some other people, and then I do. Then I decide, and then I do. You see, the difference is you gave yourself more time, more options. You gave yourself a way out. By interrupting the pattern of I think it, I just do it, I pay for the consequences later, you're giving yourself an opportunity to slow down, to make a different decision, and therefore get a different result. But if we keep thinking and just doing, worrying about the consequences later, I'll clean it up, I'll fix it up, I'll figure it out later, all we're doing is we're just borrowing against tomorrow. Today we have fun, tomorrow we pay for it. Tomorrow comes and we find ourselves in debt, in drama, in disappointment, and in problems because we did not break the pattern. So the next time you find yourself doing something that you don't want to do, you find yourself wanting to change and still can't change, ask yourself, what pattern am I in? What do I keep doing? Do I think this way and then I act that way and I get these consequences? Then I need to either think differently, then I need to change the way I act so I get different consequences. I get the consequences I want, right? The positive ones, the ones that bring about change, rather than I keep doing the same thing and I keep getting these negative consequences. Change the pattern, right? Change the behavior, and you will end up with a different result. The time to do it is now. Stop talking about it. Stop thinking about it. and just start to interrupt right away. An interruption in your life causes you to take notice, turn around, make a change, and then decide how you're going to move forward. And so you have the power to do that. Some of you are waiting for somebody else to come and interrupt the pattern. I know I keep doing the same thing. I want to stop, but I'm waiting for somebody to come motivate me. I'm waiting for someone to help me. I asked my friend to help me. I asked my mom, my dad, my sibling. But really, if we want to break a pattern that's our pattern of behavior, then we have to be the ones to say, all right, it stops now. I'm going to quit doing that. I don't like the outcome. I know exactly how it's going to end. I get upset, I argue, we don't talk. So rather than I get upset, I argue, and we don't talk, I'm going to, next time I get upset, I'm going to find a way to not argue and to really reason and sit with the person and figure out what's going on, right? So I don't have to deal with not talking. I can actually resolve the problem quickly and have a good day, or a good week, or a good month, or a good year, because I interrupted the pattern. I didn't kept things going on, same old, same as usual. I stopped. I thought about it. I did something different. I made a change. I got a different result, and life is better. I'm seeing that when I commit, I get the results I want. Thank you for joining me for Word of Advice Wednesdays. Gessy Martinez, helping you to survive life's daily battles.